taking a look at the updates to your guide to immigration evaluations, the actual course, the training, I want you all, before we even get into it, I want you all to focus on the updates that have already happened in the past. Okay. So the biggest one is the completion certificate. So if you haven't already, make sure that you print that out, either one or two. You put one on your wall, you have it easily, readily available for you. That's probably the most important thing that I want to talk about, is because I got some feedback that, the certificate looked kind of plain Jane. And so I kind of updated that so it's a little bit more, I don't know, legit. Okay. So make sure that you all print that out if you haven't already. Okay. Let's get into it. The very first thing that I want to talk about when you log in. So these are all the courses that I offer through your guide to immigration evaluation. So these are for customers here. These are for customers, people who need some like additional training, or I feel like they need to kind of prove that they are working on themselves a bit more. And so I've got these here, and I also have this one here for English empowerment training. So domestic violence, that's more so for VAWA, victims of domestic violence. So let's get into your guide to immigration evaluation. So I'm looking at it from the immigration evaluations. I'm looking at it from your end, what you would see. And so I want to go ahead and let you all know that I've shortened the course, the prerequisites, which means it is required. These are required videos, downloads, lessons that you have to review. These are all prerequisites. So the first three, and this one's just a video, like the introduction. So the welcome message, the make report writing work for you. It's a prerequisite. All of this is required. Okay. So the first three sections, 1, 2, 3, are required, but the legal documents are they're just downloads. So you'll read like a paragraph or something of that nature. Let's look at it. Okay, so you'll read this here, and then bam, interpreter agreement, and you just simply download that if you want to at the moment. Protect yourself, you'll read this, and then it's download. So it's very that one I wouldn't even count. Okay. The reason for that is because a lot of this stuff is extra. Okay. So when we look at immigration applications, the basics, let me see here. I feel like you need to know this stuff. Okay. It's 54 minutes. That's probably the longest one. I probably shouldn't opened up with that, but it's the longest video, I promise. Okay. But you need to know the basics. I need to make sure that you know the basics. And then down here, it's test your understanding. So it's a pop quiz basically on immigration applications basics. So then we want to move down to this here. All this, it's prerequisite, meaning it is required before you move on to the next section or lesson. These down here, the last three, so you're going to look at downloadable resources, marketing, and updates, additional trainings. That's extra that I feel like you don't necessarily need to get the to get the, I guess, the certificate of completion. But they will absolutely help you, right? So you have downloadable resources here. You've got, let's see here, close that. You've got marketing material, right? So if you're just now getting into immigration evaluations, you're just starting, maybe you're not really ready to pull the trigger. You want to wait a couple weeks, get some more marketing material, maybe some brochures, things of that nature. You want to hold off on the marketing, that's perfectly fine. You can still get the completion certificate. Okay. So let's go into how I shortened it. So before, there was a downloadable resource called the resource directory or something of that nature. I had a whole lesson where it would send you over to a Google Drive document. I took that out. The reason why I took that out is because I want you to stay here inside the system. I don't want you to go anywhere. I want everything to be accessible right here. And so a lot of those resources were kind of thrown into just one drive, and you have to sift through it and find out what you need and what you want. It was just really disorganized. That was at when I first began the training, the course, at $197, and for certain people it was free. When I first started, the first two or three people, it was completely free. So I just threw those resources into a Google Drive. I removed that, and now I have basically the resources that you need right here, and you don't need to go anywhere else. Let's see here. Hey, everybody. The first downloadable resources, and they're right here in clinical interviewing, and they're somewhere else in the training, probably in downloadable resources. So this one here is, and I'll pull it up for you all. U visa evaluation questionnaire. So I included 3 questionnaires. Okay, so if you get a U visa application, boom, here's the questionnaire for that. If you get a VAWA application, these are the most popular ones that will come across your radar. So that's why I did these questionnaire templates. Now they do, some of them have my logo, or all 3 of them may have my logo. These are Word docx. So you can put your logo on those. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So I use these for my company. And so it's, hands on, like this is real life stuff that I'm doing. Like the same material that you're getting, I'm using. So that's one. And then let me see here if I have the skeleton. I have a skeleton report for you all. Okay. All right, so when we go into completing evaluations, you're going to go all the way down. It's sample reports, vignettes, optional lesson. And it says prerequisite here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the optional lesson out. At the very bottom, you're going to see psychological skeleton. I'll show you all through the download and just delete it. Yeah. All right, so skeleton, we pull it up. I no longer have Word, by the way, y'all. So I use a different platform that's completely free, but it's like Word. So this is a skeleton. So it basically tells you what to put in each section. Prepared for, date of birth, date of evaluation. I include a little bit more on my first page. I would also like to add disclaimers on the first page. How was the report conducted? Here's a disclaimer. So this disclaimer can actually go on the very first page, okay? On your cover. Psychological evaluation, you could put psychological immigration evaluation, immigration evaluation, however you want to word it. I've got different templates in the course. And then here you see introduction. This psychological evaluation was conducted to assess the mental and emotional. So you can go into the introduction, you can talk about yourself. I talk about all of that in the course, the training. Client information, you can add that in, more detailed reason for referral. This is a, what is it, a VAWA, this is a, U visa, whatever it is, and the circumstances of the evaluation process. How was this conducted? Boom, you can look at that. Clinical observations, and then assessment results. If you give them self-report measures, which you probably should do, give them screeners. We are administering screeners, self-report measures, diagnostic impressions. You can do clinical summary. You can do summary and recommendations, all that here. And so this is also just like a skeleton for you all. If you can delete this and then fill in the blank, delete this, then fill in the space, delete this, then fill in the space. So you can use this. It's a Word doc. You can always use that to your disposal if you are needing a bit more guidance. Where can you find that? So it's in the second tab, completing evaluations, come down all the way to the end, sample reports, vignettes, and then it's the very last upload that I've done, psychological skeleton. So I hope that helps you all. I have a discount running. It's 100 off, okay? It's 100 off. I want you all to take advantage of the updates that I just made. I want you to go in and I want you to put this coupon in, savings 100. Savings 100. This is a flash sale. 5 in total are the only slots that I have. I'm not opening up more than 5. Congratulations to Eric, Savannah, and Tisha. I I couldn't say your full name, Tisha, so I just, gave you a short name, so I apologize. But congratulations to all y'all who just registered for YG last Friday. If you've joined recently and you're seeing, oh man, now they're giving out a discount, there's a reason for that. Some states they tax on an additional like $30, $20. So I want you also to take that into consideration. So if it was at 497, it's at 397 now. You're probably looking at like 425, 420. So factor that into your paycheck. This is going to go on for the next 2 Fridays. So you've got this Friday, and then you've got next Friday. And I probably should have a calendar in front of me, but I don't have the dates right now. So you have, excuse me, and that's not blowing up. So you have this Friday, the 23rd, and you have the 30th. This sale is only for the next, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. So the next 10 days, you're going to have this opportunity to gain access to this course, and I hope you do. I hope you take advantage of it. So this is Jeremiah with Minor to Major, helping people turn their minor setbacks into major comebacks, and this was the latest update review of your guide to immigration evaluations.